Christ Almighty. Hopefully he'll be popping in later. I think Jesus would probably be quite good to have in the house.
Do you not think he'd just be quite quiet? Do you not think he'd be a bit worthy for a dinner party?
No.
So you could have quite a good
I
gang.
think he'd be quite chilled.
You really?
Yeah, I think so.
I find a lack of a
handle the wine and
goal has to, even if there's no goal, there have to be parameters.
If you want the best performance from somebody like me,
Yeah, exactly. You need to have goals. You need to have tasks.
I think people that work with me. It was very difficult.
What, they get something better from it if they give you a task?
Yeah.
Not that you enjoy it more. Is it easy? You're saying it's easier for them or
I like to
easier?
respond to them.
But what I'm saying is that that's not out.
I'm going to.
I'm going to get on my fingers.
You said you had some tasks for us.
Oh yeah, the task. Yeah. No, you're right.
I always like to have a goal though.
A goal. Goal-oriented activity.
Yes.
You feel that that's the most appropriate type of activity? Okay, so these are the two pairs of books. So we need you need to choose, because this is your task, all right. As soon as you want a goal-oriented activity, you can choose one of these two pairs.
Hours of Horror.
The two of you, because you're going to work as a team.
She wants us to choose these ones.
yeah, but just because she says, she's not the boss of you.
Levels of abstraction in logic and human action. I prefer these ones anyway.
Well,
do we have to come to a decision about which
Well,
ones?
that yeah.
well, the two of you, you're going to work as a team, so it's up to you to choose which pair you want to work with.
You have to choose between horror and evil. What's your favourite?
What are you going to do now? I think you need to choose 5 pages and take them out with a scalpel.
I don't want to do that.
Well, you're going to have to, Kirsty.
Are you doing it? Oh God. Agency. Freedom to act.
You can need to choose only an even numbered pages. And you to choose only odd numbered pages.
That's fortunate.
Oh, so I have to choose even ones.
And you can only choose even.
When you say I can only choose even ones.
Look, when you cut, you need to cut right in here. Okay?
She's confusing me now.
I thought you wanted them to
Yeah,
be cut
she's-
nearer the text, so then you can stick the pages back.
No, because if you do that, that
She's
means
confusing us.
if you do that, then it means you haven't removed the whole page.
You're
just gonna
129. That is also 130.
Well, you're just going to have to sort that out yourself. You can't look to me for guidance on everything.
I'm going to stop listening to what you're saying, minute. You're only supposed to do 3.
Oh, it's 5.
You're never going to be able to put this back because there's nothing to stick it on with.
No, well, you're going to have to make sure that it gets stuck down.
Well, you're just taking...
That's tearing, that's not cutting.
Well, intention and action are 2 different things.
Have we got pictures of the mouse?
How is weakness of will possible? Did you actually choose this? You've given me a book which is about how weakness of the will is possible, and I'm clearly quite weak-willed and I'm doing whatever you tell me. This is surreal. Do you think she might really be... She might have thought through every angle so far. Agency. Do you know what I mean?
You think it's a script?
We can start again now.
Okay.
What are we going to do now?
You said something about reading.
Should we do some reading?
Strange goings on. Jones did it slowly, deliberately, in the bathroom, with a knife, at midnight. What he did was butter a piece of toast. We are too familiar with the language of action to notice at first an anomaly. The it of Jones did it slowly, deliberately seems to refer to some entity, presumably in action, that is then characterised in a number of ways. Thought it was going to be a story about a murder.
Thus, by way of objection, primitive societies have marked out a precising activity like driving or elaborate performance like swimming, the Hellespont. There are more or less fixed purposes, standards, desires and habits that give direction and form to the entire enterprise, and there is the continuing input of information about that we are doing, about changes in the environment, in terms of which we regulate and adjust our actions.
I thought for a minute there you'd taken the other book, the evil book. I thought you'd surreptitiously switched them without anyone
and then we
noticing.
would have ripped up a book that you actually ripped up.
Exactly.
Well, you would have been able to cope with that.
Heterogeneous body.
It's quite good.
Christ. We were talking about him earlier. You're going to be black or red?
It's up to you. You can choose which one you want. I mean, obviously I'm already chosen for you, but...
So you already know that I'm going to choose which one. Well, see, it's interesting because one is clearly more poetic than the other. And it's a question of either do I choose the one that's more poetic because it's more fun to read, or do I choose the one that's straighter because that my voice will suit that better.
You think your voice will suit it better?
Yeah, because it's quite drony, isn't it? It's quite boring.
There's one thing that we can do. Okay.